going on, folks? I'm about to be showing how you can get your windshield super clean. As we're coming into the winter months, as most of the country will be doing soon, it's very important that you have nice clear visibility on your windshield from the inside as well as the outside. I'm also going to be putting up a video showing how to super clean the inside of your windshield, but right now I'm about to show you how you will super clean the outside of your windshield. The first thing that I like to do is go ahead and spray off my windshield and kind of give it a good wash with some soap and water before I get to the next stages. I'm going to show you that now. Alright, so yeah, the first thing I'm about to do is go ahead and spray off my windshield, get it nice and clean. The next thing I'll be doing is actually cleaning it with different stuff.
Pre-soak, spray and colorado.
Alright, so see, right now what I'm doing is I'm just spraying it off good to kind of get some of the loose dirt that's on the windshield off of it before I go to the next stage, which is going to be actually cleaning it. So I'm just kind of pre-soaking it. A lot of times y'all have loose dirt, as well as you may have like bird poop or something like that on it that's kind of dried on. And if you just try to start with a dry microfiber towel to take it off, you're going to be scrubbing for a long time. So the first thing I would say is just kind of spray it off. Alright, so now I've sprayed it off with soap. Now what I'm doing is just rinsing it off with just plain water, just to get all the soap off of it. And you don't want the soap to dry on it and create other spots on it from drying the soap off. So go ahead and clean it off real good, getting all the soap off your windshield. Then after you do this, the next thing you're going to want to do is actually go ahead and let it just dry until your window is completely dry before you go to the next step. Alright folks, now that I've basically sprayed off my windshield as well as kind of washed it with some soap and water, the next thing I'm going to be doing is taking a nice clean microfiber towel and drying it all the way off really well. And the way I'm going to be doing this is, first I'm going to be going in a circular motion just like that, pretty much all the way over the windshield to make sure I get all the water off of it like that. I'm just going to be doing half of it so you can see what I'm doing. What I'm doing is pretty much I'm going in a circular motion just like that. And once I'm done a circular motion, what I'm going to do is come back now and I'm going to go basically up and down just like that on it. Just like that, up and down across the whole windshield to basically make sure that it's nice and dry. And I'm going to do this on the whole windshield. And after I'm done with this, I'll show you the next step. Alright, so now that I've pretty much went up and down with a dry microfiber towel, the next, actually I did circular motion, then I went up and down on the window. Once I've done this, the next thing I like to do is go ahead on and use a some type of a glass cleaner, whether it be, it doesn't really matter. I like to use something that's streak free to put all over your window and then to take that off. I'll show you that next. Right. So now that I basically dried the window off real good with a microfiber towel, now what I'm going to be doing is using a glass cleaner. It really doesn't matter what type you use, but as long as you get something that's streak free. This happens to have ammonia in it. Some people don't like to use ammonia, but for most part it really doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do is now spray my window. I'm going to spray my window real good with this. And once I get done spraying it, the next thing I'm going to do is the same thing. I'm going to start again using the circular motion to get the window glass cleaner off of it. And then I'll be going in the up and down motion also to get everything off of it. I'm about to be doing that now. Let me spray the whole window. It helps if you do like half at a time. That way you're able to get everything off of the window before it starts to dry. I'm also working in the shade because it helps to keep the stuff that you're putting on your window, whether it be your wax or your glass cleaner, from drying so quickly. So it helps to kind of work in the shade. So now that I've sprayed it, I'm gonna come back with a new microfiber towel, or make sure it's nice and clean, and do the same process. First, I'm gonna go in a circular motion like that over the whole window, and then once I've done that, then I'm gonna come back in an up and down motion like that over the window to make sure that all of the window cleaner is off of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and complete this over the whole windshield, then I'll show you the next step. And also, you always want to find you a clean side and kind of a dry side of your microfiber towel when you're taking this stuff off. You don't want to keep using a wet side, which means it's probably dirty from taking up the other window cleaner that you took off. Okay, so now that I have it like that, where I pretty much took off the window cleaner that I use, the next thing I'm gonna do is go ahead, as you can see, if you see it, but the window's drying up. So I'm gonna let it set 3 to 5 minutes, and it should completely dry all the way back up. And next I'm going to be doing is applying some spray wax to it, which actually comes in handy because the spray wax helps for, like, say if you're driving in the rain or something, it helps for the rain to roll directly off of your window, as well as that it helps with keeping ice and stuff like that from building up on your window, as well as like if bird poops or something like that on your window, it makes it come off very easily, like with a wipe or something like that. So the window's almost dry now, so next I'm going to be applying the spray wax to it. Alright, so now that my window pretty much is dry, it only took a few minutes for it to dry up. Next, what I'm going to be using is some spray wax. This happens to be some Mother's California Gold, but you could use different type of waxes to put onto your window. I just like to use this one because it's easier, because I can just spray it on instead of like wiping it on with like a, like the sponge and all that. So what I'm gonna do with this is basically spray it onto the window, then I'm gonna come back with a clean microfiber towel and make sure that it gets over the whole window. Then I'll let it dry for a little while. Then after it's dry, then I'll come back and buff it back off. So right now I'm just going to spray it, making sure that I cover basically the whole windshield with it. One other tip that you may want to do is make sure that you also clean your windshield wipers up underneath your windshield wipers, as well as clean your windshield wipers, because a lot of times your windshield wipers can have dirt and all that on them. So then once you've got through cleaning your whole windshield and all that, then you turn your windshield wipers on and it puts dirt right back onto your windshield. So go ahead and clean off your windshield wipers as well. Right, so now I've let the spray wax be on there for about 5 minutes, and I'm getting it off before it dries. So now I'm gonna do it the same process, which is start in a circular motion with a dry microfiber towel, pretty much just like that. I'm gonna go in a circular motion first, then I'm gonna come back with a up and down motion like that, making sure that I get everything off of my windshield. And once I do that, pretty much my windshield should be super clean. I'll show you the end results. So you want to make sure that you get all your areas, like up underneath your windshield wipers, as well as everything, all little corners and all that. You want to make sure you get everything nice and clean. And this is a great way to get your vehicle ready for the winter, especially when you get more salt and stuff on the streets that gets on your windshield that makes it difficult for you to see, especially at nighttime. So what I'm doing now is I'm just basically working in a circular motion to get off the spray wax. Then once I get done with that, then I just go up and down on the whole windshield all the way across until I don't see nothing else on the window and it looks super clean. Alright folks, once again, this is how you would super clean your windshield on just about any vehicle pretty much that you could possibly have. There's different ways that you could super clean your vehicle, but this is the way I've always done it, always given me great results. Alright, please check out our other videos and please subscribe.